Okay, my food for the day is costing $4. And my carbohydrate for the day is a potato. So I'm going to cook something that probably is going to disgust most everybody is chicken livers. But I really love them. So I decided to see how it would work. Um, I've got I got a third of a cabbage, which is my vegetable for the day, kind of, and it's cost 3 quetzals, which is I don't know about 30 cents, 40 cents. I got some pepita molida, which is ground pumpkin seeds, which is kind of a health food of a ways. I've got enough. The problem today is I'm costing $4, but I got food. Like yesterday, I bought some, what do you call it, broccoli, and I'm still eating it. Stupid table's rocking. Gotta do something here. They got an ashtray up here. I'll use that for it. Right? Not that I have any respect for ashtrays. Man, this potato seems hard. It's weird. Again, I don't pay much attention to cleanliness because to me, the minimum amount of bacteria and stuff is good for me. I'm 65 plus, and I'm not going to stop and make my life simple because I need to keep my body inoculated from bacteria. If you don't have any bacteria to attack or germs or whatever you want to call these things, the body doesn't have anything to do. But I haven't got a lid, so I'm using this other pot. All about cooking as you go around the world and doing it is adapting, right? Man, these potatoes are hard. I mean, they seem to be a really hard potato for some reason. I don't know if that means anything. I never really thought about it. I was really lucky today. I was talking to a woman, and I was telling her about my idea for cinnamon rolls, and she said, "Come over to my house. I have everything." She even said, "I have the ingredients. I have all this stuff, blah, blah, blah." I was laughing at her. But so I'm cooking some potatoes, but what all do I have today? I have 2 potatoes, which cost me about, 25, say 30 cents for the 2 potatoes. And then I got this thing about 30 cents for the cabbage. I've got some garlic, which I'm just going to eat like, I don't know, 2 cloves. So I'm not going to even come close to eating that. That costs 30 cents. This cost the most. This was about 70 cents, which is the Lido. I bought some chocolate, some raw kind of chocolate, which is really healthy for you. So everything I'm eating today is quite healthy. I'll have 1 piece of chocolate. So the problem I'm having here is I really could feed 2 people, right? This is a pound of chicken livers. The food that's unhealthy right now is the vegetable oil. That's really unhealthy. And the potatoes are not really, they're kind of neutral, okay? But the vegetable oil is quite bad for me. But I really have no choice. I'm not going to cook with olive oil because it really makes the food taste horrible. And I mean, the best thing would be to do is if I had some bacon and I could cook some bacon and use the fat of that. But I really don't have any bacon. So all of this together was 32.16 or whatever quetzales, which is about $4 US. So this is all the cost I'm spending for the whole day. I could have bought a chicken breast, and I was trying to buy a chicken breast, but the chicken breast was really huge and 25 kilo, which is really something's wrong here, because I can get a cooked pechuga, which is about, well, it was maybe about a half the size for 9. So for 18, I can get 2 cooked pechugas. And I was trying to buy a thing because of this strike in Guatemala, they're not, the chicken places are closed. So this is an extra 10Q, which is going to last an extra 2 or 3 days. So really my net cost is really right around $3, but I'm going to have food left over, which will preserve, like the garlic and the thing. Yeah, I wonder what it would taste like if I throw a garlic in with the potato. That's a good idea. But I'm always trying to eat the healthiest food, because what's interesting is the healthiest food is the best for you, right? I find that garlic doesn't really work unless you cut it up. So I'm going to throw a few of these in there. I really like things well done, so maybe I need to get this at a lower temperature. Okay, so I'm going to shut this off and kind of show you the food after I cook it, but I probably will eat all the potatoes before the chicken livers are done. I guess I could turn it on for a minute and show you all the things. I'm going to eat some of my, this is a carbohydrate. So really, I'm always trying to go more keto than anything. It's really tough because I can only buy what's available. There's really no problem. The biggest problem would be if I would eat a lot of fruit. Fruit's not really that healthy for you. And there's a lot of vitamin C, I think, in chicken livers. But I'll turn this off, turn it back on, and show you how it cooks, and I'll gross you out, right? Okay, those are my potatoes. I took a chunk of cabbage and ate it, but these are my potatoes. I put a little salt on them, and I don't have sea salt because I don't have sea salt. But sea salt is supposed to have minerals in it, but this is carbohydrates with the vegetable salt. I really don't know what to do on cooking with the oils, but I was laughing. There was Jordan Peterson. I started listening to YouTube, and Stephen Templeton was talking about germ-phobic people. There are people that are just absolutely crazy about, they're just absolutely crazy trying to stop all the germs. And that's really, to me, the wrong way to do it. You should basically try to have not too many germs, but not an overwhelming amount of germs, but as much germs as possible to live. This is Lake Atitlan. I'm in San Pedro up on the roof of my hotel, $200 a month. I'm here and you're not, why not? But I'm Andy Lee Graham, and I'm cooking my, I can give you a bigger view, cooking my meal that I eat after 3. I basically eat from 3 till about 6 or 7. Sometimes I go down and get tacos at the Taco Mex. But I think I'm going to save these, not the potatoes, but the ground pumpkin seeds for a carbohydrate rush here at about 6 o'clock. I don't usually leave after sunset, so kind of easy to, from 3 to 6, right? About 3-hour window. It's not really an OMAD, 1 meal a day, but it is intermittent fasting. So I got about a 21-hour intermittent fasting. No, not, yeah, intermittent fasting. It's not really a fast. I don't know what you call this. They got all these really weird names. They kind of be trendy, right? But I'm cooking I'm going to eat the potatoes, but I'm cooking the what really grosses people out, the chicken livers inside there. The beef liver seems to be about 3 times more expensive than the chicken livers, but probably healthier for you. Okay, I got my liver cooked. Both of these foods, potatoes and liver, kind of take a long time. And it probably would be better if I took a long time, but I really like them well done, right? And any kind of organ meat is some of the healthiest food on the planet. And what's interesting is that it's some of the cheapest. I'm laughing because what's healthiest is normally the cheapest. I like it really well done. I do realize that if I cook this immersed in the oil, it would work a lot better. And what I might do next time is I need a container to hold the oil so I could use it 2 or 3 times. Right now I just pretty much throw it away every time. But the oil today probably costs, I don't know, 25 cents or 20 cents. But again, this is how I eat almost every day. And there's something, what I do to control both my budget and my diet is I try to live within, sometimes when I'm really on a diet, I just eat $1 worth of food every day. And you can eat a lot of food for $1, okay? And of course, if you're tempted to eat like bread and different things that are really bulky or something, or like the other day, I just ate popcorn for the whole day. And I ate 3 things of popcorn. And not very healthy for me, but I ate it at 3. And, if you don't eat all day, there's kind of an idea that you skip the day, right? And fasting is really good for you, but eating popcorn is really a carbohydrate cooked in that vegetable oil. It's not the best thing. And again, I need an alternative to vegetable oil that is easy to get. A lot of you can go to the market and you can do all these things. I have trouble buying a lot of foods, right? But I'm going to eat these things. I threw away I ate just a very small, I'm buying about 1/4 of a cabbage for 3 casales, but I only eat, even 1/4 of that, okay? Because I can only eat so much cabbage, right? Before I kind of get it. And I still have a lot of broccoli from yesterday, which is, I'm starting to like it raw better than I used to. And I'm going to eat that pepita molida, which is pumpkin seeds, later tonight. So I kind of get I kind of like crackers or something like that. And it's kind of the same kind of feeling. It's kind of a comfort food. But I hardly ever, I don't remember the last time I had a Coca-Cola or a soda or something like that. I don't drink that. I don't drink beer, right? And I'm trying to think of any drink. I may drink some lemonade if somebody had some. But I'm not going to buy this in a store because the value for a drink is I drink 2 cups of coffee at the thing, which one costs $9 and the other one costs $12. So that's about 20 cube, almost $3 for coffee. But I'm not calling that, I don't call that food or coffee. I call it entertainment. Okay, and I'm going to restaurants only for entertainment. So if I went to a place, it's not totally true. I will go over and eat one of these pizzas, just one pizza, pepperoni pizza, which is, again, carbohydrates, but I do like the pepperoni. I would like to have just a very, very small pizza instead of a big pizza and then just piled on with pepperoni, so I had a lot of meat. But never can win, right? But I think about all the food and I try to eat within a 3-hour window so that basically by the time 20 hours is up, or 21 hours or 20 hours, I'm digesting a lot of my fat for food. And because the minute you eat any kind of food, you secrete insulin, which tells the body to store it. So it's kind of a conflict of interest when you're eating food, because the minute you eat it, it's a conflict of interest, and you can't lose weight because your insulin's telling the body to store. So it takes about, I think about 11 hours before your body actually says no. It's got to, the food is stored in glycogen, and a lot of the reasons to eat at night is because if you take any kind of carbohydrate, the insulin rush is gone by, say, 6 or 8 hours, right? So you don't have the, that feeding mechanism, that vicious feedback loop where you want to eat all the time. Because the minute eating any kind of carbohydrates like bread or cereal or orange juice in the morning is going to guarantee to make you fat. Okay, my reference on this is always Thomas DeLauer or Eric Berg. Eric Berg is my go-to person on the internet for any questions. So I'll search for him. I do have a channel called Biohacking, but I don't make anything. I mean, the problem with a lot of the people that are watching any of these things, they want you to look scientific and have a doctor by your name, and that's really kind of anal in a way. But I think conversations with people, but all of this comes down to habits. So the biggest problem on any food is not the knowledge of the food; it's changing your habits. And we can change our pants, we can change our shoes, but people don't change. Okay, so I'm very good at changing myself and evolving. But so if you really want to eat good, you gotta change your habits. And the biggest thing I would say is don't lead yourself into temptation. If you're fat, obese, whatever, don't be suicidal and have food in your house, right? Just make it a onerous situation where to go eat, you have to go out of the house and buy it, and it maybe takes 10, 15 minutes to do it. And you can't go to these restaurants like all-you-can-eat restaurants. But if you go, you can get away with, a 5 o'clock. The bad part about eating at night is your digestion's not so good. So a lot of these old people are such bad shape or whatever. So many people are in bad shape, it's ridiculous, that they can't digest it. So there is an argument to eat in the morning so you go walking and digest your food. But I'm here and you're not. Why not? I'm on San Pedro, Lago Atalan. Anybody wants to I'm going to do some consulting, and the way I'm going to do it is I have a different price for different things because there's a value to certain types of consulting that we could do. And I mean, there's certain consulting that I'd really like to do, so I do cheap. And there's other consulting that I really don't want to talk about that much that I'm going to charge a lot. And the more I realize that you are not going to listen, the more I'm going to charge, because the only way to get somebody to actually do something is to feel like they're losing money sometime. But it's somewhere between $20 and $100 an hour. But call me up or write me, and if you want to discuss this, I can talk about some fees. And anybody that would ever go on any kind of tour or anything with me or whatever would basically, I would be a no cost, because I would save you so much money that wouldn't even cost you to take me with you and basically reconnoitre the place before. I would like to go to the place before you arrived and set up the situation so that you basically didn't have any of the annoyances to deal with. But what I'm really good at is living the good life. Andy Lee Graham and San Pedro on one of the world's most beautiful lakes and one of the best climates on the planet. There's about 18 places on the planet that got never-ending spring climates, right? And I don't really believe in climate change. Actually, I was watching this Greenpeace guy, and he's saying the carbon footprint that is actually increasing the green of the planet. Okay, it's so much misinformation on the internet right now that it's ridiculous. But the value of any consultant is how much you trust them. So if you trust somebody, it's 10 times better than somebody with knowledge even, okay? Because a person you don't trust never hire a consultant that you just don't trust. That is insane. There's a consulting information you need to know. But I could talk all day on how to diet, because I gave up the addiction to alcohol. I used to smoke for about 1 year. So I quit smoking, but very, very addictive thing, very difficult to quit smoking. and I've given up the addiction pretty much to sugar. Okay, I've still got a problem with the sugar, but I'm weighing about 180, so I'm really, not really a big problem. And I could talk all day on how to exercise. I mean, I could talk for hours. My biggest expertise is in the internet and the real estate trade, kind of investing stuff. But I got a lot of things I could teach. I would love to teach a class on Spanish. I think I can give you everything you need to know in 2 hours on how to learn Spanish, so you never had to take a class in your life. Most people take a class and never learn Spanish. Okay, I'm here and you're not. hoboontheroad@yahoo.com. hoboontheroad@yahoo.com. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I could care less. I could put my food on the table. I could drop it on the ground. I wouldn't care. Washing the dishes with soap, because I almost need soap to cut the grease off of these pans, is me very scary and dangerous, because I think any food is called dermal absorption. And I believe it goes right into your thin and that's skin, and that's the reason why people have prostate cancer and women have colon cancer. You think of all the cancers that are around the excretion area of the body at the bottom, the urine and the uterus and the penis and the prostate, because it goes in and then it settles in there, or it settles into fat, which would be in the liver, right? And but I have yet to come up with a plastic glove that I can put on and off really easy. They really need kind of like a big sack that's a hard thing, because you can't put those gloves on fast and easy. They're really hard to put on and take off. And I think you just would have a square pouch glove would be a lot better for washing the dishes. But something you could go up your arm. But I really don't like to put my hands, and I don't use any soap when I'm showering other than my hair. And I often bend over and put my head under the shower so that only the hair is getting soap on it. But I'm 65 plus, and everybody I know is older than me. Anybody my age is older than me.